She's a busybody, so she's gonna lean in. Did you get a hold of him? Is that him? Is that him? Did he answer?
Don't worry. I'm on the phone. Don't.
Hello, welcome friends! We are back today with our 4th chapter of Occult Origins Reunion. Last time, we saw Roary deal with a series of delusions, and Morgan's deal go terribly, terribly wrong. Today, we're introducing a new way for viewers to interact with our kind of story as we go. The Hand of Fate Redeem is up down in the channel points, and if you want to check some details about that, there's a little about section in down below. I am your keeper of arcane lore again, Grinning Moon, and with me today is our amazing cast of individuals. So yeah, without further ado, go around the board. Everybody give a brief description of who you are and your character, and we'll start going backwards with Garbo.
Hi, I'm Garba, over at Garba Games, full-time cook and now part-time streamer. I am playing Georgia Schultz, who is leading this motley crew of who knows investigators, and has been currently resting for the last couple weeks, and just now I think getting together with a couple people today. So we'll see how well this goes.
Over to Fickle.
Hey, I'm Brian. I play Roary Sheck. I had some fucked up dreams last time we were here. And hopefully I feel a little better today. I think I maybe killed a guy, but we don't have to talk about that. Yeah, I'm really excited to maybe not be super messed up anymore, but probably more messed up, but we'll get there.
And over to Melly.
Hi, I am Melly de Marsen, playing Livi Domingue, and Livi is just diving into this world, seeing a lot of different things. I'm excited to kind of see how she's going to explore this new adventure, as she's seeing a lot of things change very, very quickly. So, yeah, I'm excited to rejoin the group and see what everyone's got going on.
And over to Squingle.
Hello, friends. My name is Squingleberg. I am playing Billy Graves, William Graves. He's an older man from kind of the outskirts of society. He's lost a lot. He's driven, and he thinks he's found something big. And I'm excited to take it wherever we can take this kind of crazy journey together.
And finally, Mega.
Hi everybody, I'm Megalox, variety streamer. I'm playing Morgan, also known as Indewu, a Nigerian entrepreneur who came over to the West and has really been through it. He's been through war, he's been reduced to smuggling, he's been through some adventures that have just messed up his mind, and all he wants to do is to make his way, maybe get a little speakeasy going, and live a comfortable lifestyle. But apparently everything is conspiring to not let that happen.
All right, beautiful. So yeah, as we begin today, we kind of set the stage. It is the 30th of August, 1920. Livi and Morgan prepare for the new threats that have arisen in their lives and begin to set up a meeting, while Roary kind of steps back into the life. Billy and Georgia kind of reflect on their experiences, and but we'll open today kind of at the rural train station as a motor coach kind of putters up and comes to a rolling stop just outside the station. An old grizzled man steps out with a clunk of the door and pulls out his wallet, paying for the ride. He pulls a small leather bag, a shotgun from the luggage rack, before he turns and heads towards the small rural train platform. As he approaches, a mustached station clerk in a blue hat, vest, and black tie stands behind the counter. Morning, sir. Purchase a Wilka.
That can only be me, right?
Yeah.
Says, gonna need a ticket. One to New York City, please. Next train you got.
Will do, huh? He kind of slams some mechanical stuff and puts a stamp, hands over a little piece of paper. You're all set, sir. I'll be arriving here in about 5-10 minutes.
Pick out maybe like a small kind of pocket watch and kind of take a look at it. And thank you kindly, sir. I'll step away and kind of find maybe a bench to sit at.
As he kind of heads over to a bench and sets down his shotgun and overnight bag. He rummages around in his pocket for a moment, pulls out a small wooden box, flips it open, and pops out a little harmonica from it. He sits down for a moment and plays, pressing it to his lips. He plays for a few minutes while thinking of the past and waiting on the train. As the train rolls up, he loads back on and stows his gun overhead in the bag. Takes a seat, kind of sitting next to the window. While he's on the train, he kind of gazes out the window at the countryside rolling past by him. As he kind of feels his eyes get drifting, get a little heavy. His head kind of slumps against the window as he begins to softly snore. And with that, we'll kind of cut to the city. And inside of a empty dance hall sits you hear sorry, let me start over. The dance hall sits hollow and dimly lit in the dancing mill. Hushed voices of a woman's voice reverberate through the hall. Tucked away in the corner by the soft bar, a tall, thin black man sits patiently as a petite black woman makes a call. And just as is customary, Georgia receives a call.
Georgia Schultz.
Georgia, I want to find Indewil. He's looking for Roary, and he says that we should be good for this evening. I know it was longer than we intended, but I hope that it still works out.
Oh no, this evening would be wonderful. That's absolutely fine. As quickly as he's able, honestly, there's no pressure involved.
Good. And maybe we'll finally break through some of these mysteries and things will start to make sense.
That is the plan, yes, Mr. Mingo.
So, have you come across anything new?
My searches have been mostly fruitless. However, Mr. Graves is on his way to meet us here, and he seems to have some kind of a lead.
Good. Well, guess we'll see you shortly. I'm not too far north of you, so it really shouldn't take very long.
Well, guess this evening then.
Sounds good.
And the phone clicks as Livy hangs up and turns to Morgan. To exchange a glance, and Morgan knows he has to make a call to find Roary. He has called within the last week, but he wasn't home, so maybe trying there again. Or, worst case scenario, he might have to call some people he knows, but... Oh, actually, before that, I imagine, with this kind of update, I'm sorry, I'm kind of stumbling over myself here.
No worries.
You're
Good.
Morgan, at this point, what are you doing? Do you want to make your call? Do you want to see Livy out and then make a call? Where are you at?
I'm split in my mind right now. I don't want to get involved in what I can see it's coming together. We're going again. I feel it. You know, people are reassembling. I know this is going down a rabbit hole. The last time was trouble. And I'm like, but at the same time, I've not been able to rest easy. I need answers. I'm compelled to go forward. I need to understand. I need closure. I'm unsettled. It's been the next couple of weeks, and I feel like all roads are leading to this point. I'm ready to get stuck in. I give Livy a look, and then I think I reach for the phone. It's time to get things organized. Let's find Roary. Let's go.
Fair enough. As you call Roary, we'll kind of take a small cut as into a room. A shower's going in the back. The mirrors and windows drip with condensation as the shower runs in a clawfoot tub. Articles of right clothing are strewn about the tile floor as a great bear man rinses the last suds off, nursing a swollen and cut-up hand. His head swirling in the malaise of opiates and horrible memories, he switches off the hot lever and braces himself as a drench downpour of icy water showers down upon him, kind of shocking his system and his brain back into some semblance of sober. Just as he steps out and wraps a towel around his waist, we'll check in with Roary as he steps out of the shower.
Yeah, I sort of look at myself in the mirror for a second. Feel like I'm way fucking older than I remember being. Kind of happened all at once. Just sort of like, do that thing where you pull your eyes down in front of the fucking mirror and
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm fucking dying.
Luckily, they're bloodshot a little, and you definitely got the bags under the eyes, but you're just honestly kind of relieved when you wipe it clear and you don't have saucer-like eyes or sharp yellow teeth.
Yeah. And I will sort of like pull back my guns and be like, am I all here, and be
Everything that was there before,
touch,
except for that one molar that got popped out a couple years ago.
I'm gonna slap my face a couple of times, like, okay, Roary, all right, Sort of put my hand up against the mirror for a second and push off of it, head into the other room.
As you kind of put your hand against the mirror, and you hear from the kitchen the phone ring.
Yeah, I'll look to the phone. The towel that's wrapped around my waist drops, but I'm like, oh, gee, okay. Fuck it. I'll throw the towel over my shoulder. I'm just walking fucking bare ass naked over to the phone with the towel over my shoulder.
As your feet patter wetly across the wooden floor to the phone in the kitchen, you grab the receiver and
Hello?
Roary? What state are you in?
Is that Morgan?
I think
Yo.
it's time, my friend. We have things to do. It is me, right? I called him.
Yep.
That's what we said. Right? Yeah, it's me on the other end. It's Morgan.
Livy's in the background, right? Because she'll be nosy. She's a
Yeah,
busybody,
absolutely.
so she's gonna lean in. Did you get a hold of him? Is that him? Is that him? Did he answer?
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm on the phone. Don't worry. Stand back. Let me talk to the man.
What is
This
he
requires
saying?
a delicate touch.
What is he saying? You okay?
He hasn't said anything yet. Give me a
Morgan,
moment.
who's there
William.
with you,
Don't
bud?
be trouble.
Morgan,
What?
who is that? Who's in the
Rory,
back there?
don't-
I hear somebody talking.
Don't worry. It's just Livy. Don't ask
Just
me how we...
Livy?
Women, give me a moment. I'm on the phone.
Morgan,
Rory.
why are you with Livy?
I can't find peace, friend. I was just trying to move on with my life, but
Can't find
there are
peace.
questions and others. Livy, give me a moment. Let me talk, woman. 5 minutes. You say you want me to call him. I'm calling. Eh?
Well, tell me what he's saying.
He hasn't had a chance to say anything yet. Let me talk. Rory, I'm sorry. Livy, she wants you to come and do a thing. I think we need to team up again.
Now,
Tell me, friend, what state are you in? We need you here.
I just want to check something real quick, Morgan. I saw you the other night, right?
Yeah, briefly. I heard you are in a place, not a good place, since we
Yeah.
partied at the station.
No. I mean, I saw you about 2 nights ago. You remember that?
I remember.
Then you
Well-
know what fucking state I'm in.
But Rory, we have things to do. I haven't been able to rest easy for the last 2 weeks. I need answers.
Look, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All right? What do you mean, things to do?
The events at the house. Don't tell me they don't haunt you.
Hurry up and tell
Woman,
him.
this requires a deft touch. Do you want to do the talking? I'm on the phone. Give me a moment. I'll take a coffee. Black. Rory, don't tell me the events at the house don't haunt you. I saw people rise into the air. I need to know what was going on. I've been hearing things. I've been seeing things. I need to know more, Fred. I know you're in a bad place, but I don't think I can do it without you.
Morgan,
me-
where's the moonshine? Do you have any?
the moonshine's
Do you
down in the
want to
cellar.
do the talking, woman? Do you want the phone? I'll give you the phone.
Just-
I'm trying to
Just
talk,
hurry
man.
up. Just
Ah.
hurry up.
Rory, I'm sorry. Livy has been on my case. Something. She wants to get the band back together. What do you need? What do you need, friend?
Okay. So what you're saying you want to meet up and talk about it? Because I don't know. What did you find out? You
I
learned
think-
something new?
I think the best course, let's meet face to face. With Livy in my ear, I can't talk. When is good for you, friend?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, never. I would love to never hear about any of this again. But here we fucking are, so.
Is he
I think
okay?
Woman,
Whoa.
this is the last warning. I'll hang up.
Yeah,
Hang up.
Morgan,
I'm on the
hey.
phone.
Can you hear me? Are you there? Morgan, are you there?
I can hear you. Friend,
Why don't you
listen.
just
listen.
let me talk to Livy for a second, all right?
I'll give you the phone, but listen. I'll say this. I have been struggling with the events of the past, and I think peace Peace is only on the other side of what is going on. As long as we leave things the way they are, we will never rest easy. Talk to Livi. She has a plan. I'm going to hand her the phone and leave the room.
I'm gonna snatch it.
Women are so much trouble. I'm gone.
Speak for yourself. Roary, what the hell? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks for asking. How you holding up?
I've seen better days. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm freaked the hell out. Georgia's got a lead. Billy's on his way.
Okay, so
We've
this
got
is about
to-
Georgia. Georgia thinks she found something?
Yes.
And are we
Yes.
getting paid for this or what?
She's more than happy to compensate us. Now, I will preface this. I'm no one's errand girl.
Tell him
No,
I
I've
need
been
peace. I need peace. What's taking? Is he coming or what?
Listen.
We need to meet face to face.
this-
Tell him we need to meet face to
Hey,
face.
Daryl, this is a delicate touch, okay? Delicate.
I just want to say every time they like start to go, I like hold the phone like away from my face for like, you know what I mean? Like I just
Yeah.
hold the phone back because I can hear it's coming out of the receiver.
It's like,
like,
wow,
so
wow, wow,
loud.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah. If I can put it back to my ear.
Roary,
Coffee.
listen, First, I don't know how you dealt with him for as long as you've dealt with him. Secondly, Georgia is more than happy to compensate us, but just let me know. Are you able
We
to
want
meet us
double,
tonight?
Rory. We want double the money, eh?
You
What?
can talk to Georgia. You can negotiate with Georgia. I am no one's errand girl, okay?
Could be
It's
honest with
just-
you, Livy. I need to make some money, certainly. But I'd also like to sleep at night again because I haven't fucking slept soundly in a long time. So if Georgia thinks she can help me sleep soundly again, if there's something out there that we can fucking solve, can make all of this make sense, then it's at least worth meeting up about.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think I can promise that to you, but we can try. It's worth a shot, right?
Yeah,
You'll meet us tonight,
tonight.
and
Yeah. Okay. Well, where
maybe I
am
can
I
talk
meeting
to
you?
Georgia. We're meeting at Georgia's flat in New York.
Okay.
The dancing mill, actually.
Sorry, we're meeting
Morgan's
at the
in
dancing
hiding.
mill.
Face
Understood.
to face. Tell him face to face. Rory is made of stunt stuff. He'll be fine. Rory, face to face, friend.
You tell Morgan he's got some explaining to do about the other night when I see him, okay?
Deal. Just come to the door, 3 rings. He'll know what to do.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
See
See
you
you
tonight.
soon. Okay.
Put down the phone.
All right. As
What did he say? Is he coming tonight?
He's coming now. Just tell me where the moonshine is.
Don't worry. The last thing we need is more drinking. Drinking is enough. Coffee time now. We have work
I
to
need
do.
something to calm my nerves in Daewoo, not something to get me jittery.
Be professional. I'm haunted enough without the demon drink in my mind. Let's get ready. We have things to do, woman.
Say less.
now, Morgan has to prep the shop, and at this point, it's like 10 in the morning, 10:30. So it's like a solid 11 hours before you need to be back here. It will be open during the meeting. That's why there's lots of traffic and it won't look conspicuous. You'll just kind of blend in with the crowd coming in. And with that, Melly would probably head home, take the bus home, and then Morgan would stay and prep the shop. He also has a couple little projects he needs to wrap up downstairs in the speakeasy. So with that, Morgan would kind of see Livy out kind of head up these stairs from the hall to the split level where the main entrance is, and kind of bid her adieu from there.
I'll see you later in Daewoo. Keep yourself together.
Remember, I saved your life. You owe me, eh?
I may recall, but yes.
I sense trouble is coming. From where I'm from, we know these things. The air is changing. It's pregnant. Be ready.
Well, I can't say I disagree with you, but the sooner we get this over with, the better. I want answers.
And remember, if the hairy white man with the shotgun is here, this time, tell him to keep it close. Last time, he was a bit useless.
That's a message I don't think I want to deliver to Mr. Graves.
Don't worry, we'll see him later. I'll tell him myself.
All right, just make sure you don't end up looking at Eunice face to face.
I'll tell him to point it in the right direction. Don't worry, this is the time for the A game.
Okay.
With that, Morgan kind of closes the door behind her, bolts it, and heads back downstairs into the hall. He saunters over to the soft bar where they were just making a few calls, and kicks back the rug, lifts open the hatch to the speakeasy, and heads down the stairs into darkness. Kind of. Meanwhile, on the street, Livi heads to take her buses. There's 2 or 3 buses she has to take to get back to Attics, where her house is, her uncle's outhouse. So yeah, that happens, and then we'll kind of cut back over to Roary, who's just stepping into the just enters his bedroom to get dressed. The bed lies still unmade from a week before, and an envelope thick with cash sits on the bedside table. On the wall, as he kind of begins to pull out clothes from the armoire, you can kind of see on the wall a poster of Babe Ruth on the wall, his signature smile and gut on full display. As this kind of, he gets dressed, pulls on the last sock, he hears the phone ring again in the kitchen.
God damn it, Morgan. What? I'll walk back towards the phone.
You walk back into the kitchen and grab the phone off the receiver.
Hello? Morgan, if that's you, I swear to God, I thought we figured this out.
Hey, Rory! You hear Orsino's voice crackle over the line.
Oh.
You don't answer the phone no more?
No, look, I've been away. I'm sorry, bud.
You said a weekend, man. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah. Gotten some.
I'm just breaking your balls here. Just breaking balls. You're fine. You're fine. It's been quiet.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No.
Clear.
Like, when I hear you broke a hand or something, been in the gutter. I don't like that fucking hobo you hang out with. But forget about it. Just stop by. We'll do some errands. Grab a few things. Stop by the church. Just play the neighborhood and have a nice, easy day.
I got a thing I got to do around 7, but as long as it's before that.
Oh, yeah. This will be done by 6 taps. 6.
You picking me up?
You're picking me up.
Of course.
Just come by, pick me up. Be a nice, easy day. Get you paid. Did they get you that money?
I'm assuming that what he's talking about is the money stack that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you, bud.
Okay, good. Yeah. Well, see you soon, man. Clicks.
Yeah.
And as you kind of... Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry.
And as kind of handing it over to Rory.
Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, I I'll take a minute to get myself dressed. I'm gonna wear something kind of nice today. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Put on a little bit of a jacket, maybe even a tie.
Okay.
Trying to feel
Little
good.
button down.
Yeah, putting on a button down.
Right.
Maybe the top button's undone still, but
Oh yeah, you don't want to choke yourself out.
yeah.
You're not
yeah. And I
you're
mean, I
not a
don't know what
suit.
kind of situation I'm getting myself into today, so
Right.
probably not good to wear a actual tie.
Also, that like your neck's kind of thick, and that last button's
That's
just
true.
always a bane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as you, yeah,
Yeah, I'll get myself ready to go. Lace up my shoes, walk out the door, down to my car.
all right. Heading out onto the street, you kind of head over to your car, crank up the engine, and hop in, rattle off Torosino's. Is that what I have next? I think, yeah. As we kind of shift over, we find ourselves again. Billy finds himself. Waiting for the music to kick in. There it is. Ooh. Billy finds himself in a familiar, dusty cabin with a trap door leading down into darkness. A lanky young man holding a camera and a letter stands by his side. As you look and take note of him, you see he has no eyes, no mouth. Instead, a blur of indiscriminate features takes their place.
I rub my eyes. And I'm squint, trying to see through the blur and say, what was this, Bobby? Is that right?
Yeah.
Hey,
what now, sir? He says, handing you the letter.
Look around. My heart's beating. And I'll take the letter. You look different. Why can't I remember?
You take the letter from him. It's like, I don't know what to do. And as you kind of flip open the letter, you see in top, in large print, it reads, registration certificate, with the seal, the Great Seal of the U.S. centered between the words.
No. Why read on? What does it say?
It says, Robert Graves to report to, due to legal binding draft, to report to the administration for active duty on the September 17th, 1917.
No, he can't go. He can't go.
As you look over the cellar door, kind of the blackness in it almost stirs. What now, sir?
No. This isn't right.
As you kind of recoil, the blackness kind of surges up from the trapdoor and splashes over you again in a very, very familiar way. As you kind of fall back, you step back as it pulls Bobby away into the its undertow. You reach out, kind of grasping for his wrist in desperation.
Oh no, not again! Clutching on as hard as I fucking can.
You clasp on both hands onto the wrist and fervently pull back as you hear a dull, sickening pop as his arms dislocates again. and he is wrenched by blackness with a great force. Wincing, his brow furrows as the blur focuses for a moment. And that moment stays stable as you see Robert's
No,
fearful green eyes pleading unblinkingly.
it wasn't Robert!
You hear the face stretches into a muffled scream as the mouth tears open. Pa! As his pain-stricken face, your departed son, looks into your eyes, pleading, Papa! I'm afraid!
Hang on, my boy! Hang on! I'm coming! I'll try to fight through the shadow.
As the shadow kind of continues to just suck him into the trap hole, you feel, despite your brain telling your muscles and every bit of your being reaching out to grab him, you feel the past let go and turn away. As a glass smashing sounds, and you wake up and you peel your head off the window pane as you blink into focus again. You see the first blurry glimpses of the city on the horizon. I need you to roll me a sanity check.
I'm like clutching I'm holding my hand kind of like and stroking the finger that ring used to be on.
You notice that it's kind of red, and like actually like almost like you've rubbed it completely raw. There's like a little bit of, you notice a little bit of pink on your finger.
Yikes. Where's my insanity again?
It's right below your characteristics.
Oh, here we go. And it's the green one, right?
Yes, the one on the right. That's a fail. Okay.
Well,
so we'll do just D1. Just a
my
one
chat,
sanity
good time
damage.
to use one of those rolls, one of those fate dice.
Right.
Is fate good or is it bad?
It can be. It can be both. You can choose chaos or aid. So you can give a success or a failure to the player. The failures I can use as the DM, and then the successes you can use. Or you can use the failures too. I just figured you probably wouldn't want to.
Definitely don't.
Alright, so just one sanity loss for that.
Okay.
Not too bad. And as you we'll kind of cut to Georgia, who is sitting on a bench in Manhattan Station, maybe smoking her cigarettes and people watching as Billy's train rolls in from out of town.
She probably not so much people watching, mostly just casually reading, waiting.
Okay.
Yes, smoking the cigarette, but without the long attachment. She's just keeping low profile, essentially.
As
Waits.
As Billy's train comes to a stop, the doors slide open and a dozen people file off as a dozen more queue to board. In the mix of the hubbub in the crowd, you see Billy kind of step off. One of maybe two people like him on the train, grizzled, but the other one is definitely a hobo. As he kind of steps off, he has the bag. A little bit. He's got the leather bag in one hand and this shotgun kind of strapped around his shoulder as he approaches you.
Like as soon as I'm off the train, like I light up a cigarette. Maybe like I'm even like
you can smoke on the
people
train.
Can smoke on trains.
Smoke on
yeah,
the train.
like I was like, oh yeah, cigarette laws. That's not a thing.
You put out so, like, the one cigarette and then you light another one.
He looks a little like unsettled as he comes out, and you see him take off his hat and like look under the brim for something and put it back on, and then take just a real big drag.
She'll stand up to greet you and just, extend her hand. Oh, Mr. Graves, troubled trip?
Mrs. Schultz. Sorry, just slept a little poorly on the train. Disturbed slumber. It happens from time to time. No mind. It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well. I figured after the long trip you'd be probably starved by this point. Would I guess correctly?
I could go for a bite, yes.
Wonderful. And do you have nicer attire?
Well, I mean, I maybe have a coat that's a little less dusty.
Have to see if we can find you something. All right, well, come on. Let's get going. We have quite a bit of a wait until we meet with the others more this evening, so I thought we'd fill the time with a proper meal.
You get a hold of the rest of them?
I got a hold of Livy, Livy got a hold of Morgan, and presumably he got a hold of Roary, so...
Good. Listen, I'm thankful that you took my call. I know
Of course.
things were... I don't know how to say this, but I'm grateful. Something about being next back together with someone who has saw some of the things that I've seen. Whatever the fuck they were, it kind of helps me feel a little better.
Does help when others understand. Yes.
You feeling okay? Mending all proper?
Ankle's still a bit sore. Little trouble here and there, but nothing major.
Good. Like to hear that. Yeah, so, what kind of food we thinking?
Oh, I've already made reservations.
Excellent. Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, fancy figure we should head on out.
To my car. And she will lead the way.
As
What
you
kind of car you got here?
Oh, it's just a Model T. It's the same car she was driving in Boston.
Gotcha. Good cars, I hear. Nice
Reliable.
vehicle. Yeah.
as you
Seeing
kind
them
of
all over the damn place. I'm not used to it.
Gods know I drive it into the ground.
Yeah, well, you ask me, I prefer a horse if a little bit more trustworthy, reliable. Could build a relationship with. I don't know about these machines. You know, the Rockefellers, I hear that they could hear us through some of these conduits. Some of these the metals that they use them. They could hear us. So best we keep our conversation to a minimum while the drive commences.
I'm pretty sure that my car is well safe from intrusion.
Yeah, that's what they all say, but you gotta do your research, Georgia. Let's go.
as she cranks up the car, both of them hop in, and the car rattles off down the street. We'll kind of cut to another part of the city, or just outside of the city, as Livy stands at the bus stop, the last bus stop home. She kind of claps open her purse and rummages around as the last bus rolls in, and she rummages past her lipstick and a scalpel that she apparently forgot from work, and pulls out a dime out of a coin purse. And as the bus rolls to a stop in front of her and the doors open with a pneumatic hiss and a squeak, she boards. The dime tinkles down into the slot, and the bus driver wordlessly squeaks the door shut behind her as the bus hums up and begins to roll again. There's something a little odd here, though. Melly, could you roll me a psychology roll?
Yes.
And I'll just kind of continue with the description just a little bit here. As you kind of turn in, the bus is empty, save for the driver and a white man in a bowler hat kind of sat near the front. You think none of that as you kind of walk back and head to the back to take a seat. As you kind of settle in, you notice that the man gets up, strikes a match, lighting a cigarette before kind of following you back. Getting a look at him, he wears a vest and a jacket with a white collared shirt. You can catch a symbol of something weird on the left side of his neck, but it's half hidden by a collar. He comes to a stop at Livy's seat and stands over her, kind of holding the grab bar and swaying slightly with the momentum of the bus, kind of blowing out smoke out of the side of his mouth. My name is Seamus McCullen, Bureau of Investigation.
So Livy is not for subtleties. She's not very easily intimidated, so she would not readily divulge any information about herself. She would just...
Sure.
And the importance of that, sir?
Mind if I have a seat?
I don't suppose I can tell you no.
He sits down. No, you can't. Kind of shimmies in a little close, and he flashes his badge for a moment. And we're currently searching for a man going by the name of Morgan. He, as he flashes a badge, you can go ahead and meet a spot hidden. Nice. Okay. As you kind of flashes the badge, he just announced his name was Seamus McCullen. Badge says Bureau of Prohibition. And name reads Seamus McAllister.
Oh.
He flips it closed quickly. Like I said, we're currently searching for a man going by the name of Morgan. He's wanted for questioning regarding a murder in Boston. As he kind of slides in just a little closer to him, he has a strong, bitter, sweet, sickly scent, like patchouli mixed with cigarettes.
I can't say I know a Morgan, did you say? Sounds more like a woman's name than than a man's name, so.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my fucking god.
But,
Are you sure you're not looking for a lady, sir?
Well, you know, we have been watching you. You were both in Boston.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Apparently you were both in Boston on the week of the 13th. He kind of saddles back and puts an arm around you.
I don't suppose you want to keep all of your fingers.
No need to be so feisty at all. Like, I'm just asking some questions. Now, if you weren't there, you have nothing to worry about. And also, if you want to work with me, and as you kind of, like, he kind of settles in a little bit, his collar kind of drops a little bit, and you see on the side of his neck the symbol. It's actually 3 Ys in a triangle.
Question.
If you're willing to work with me, I can make all this, disappear.
So has Livy seen this symbol, or has only Roary seen the symbol?
You all saw the symbol. Twice.
Okay.
At least.
Got it. So
For example.
Pardon?
Sorry, Carbo pulled up an example.
Got it. So she'll try to skirt around the request to partner up and say, interesting tattoo you have.
He kind of fixes his collar and is like, it's anyway. So, you willing to tell us where he's hunkered down? We know he went to ground. We know you were one of the last people to talk to him.
I may or may not know what you're talking about, but first and foremost, what would be in it for me if I were to know anything, which I'm not saying I do or do not.
He kind of closes his eyes a little frustrated and kind of exhales, but listen, view of investigation can make your life very hard, and as you know, a woman in this day and age, you know how hard life can be already. We can just kind of let this accomplice to murder charge drop, maybe even make sure you have immunity throughout this whole process.
I don't suppose I have much of a choice.
You always have a
Same
choice.
as you sitting here.
Hey, I'm just doing my job there and all. I just, you know.
And your job requires you to get so close?
Well, I take pleasure in my job sometimes.
I see. Well, I don't suppose I have much choice in the matter here.
We always have a choice, my dear, and it's just sometimes the choice is hard. Sometimes the choice is easy. I feel like this choice is easy.
Well, what might it be that you want to know exactly where this Lady Morgan is?
He kind of sighs again, and you hear his teeth kind of grind a little bit. We just need his location so that we can get something that he has that doesn't belong to him. Might rough him up a little bit, but he'll be fine.
And what might that be that this person may have?
Listen, maybe you don't know exactly what happened in Boston, but your boy killed a man. Beat his face against a pavement, left him like a hamburger on the side, so his mama couldn't even see him for his funeral.
I've seen worse.
I'm sure you have as a forensic surgeon, Miss, what is it, Domingue?
Yes.
So, you're a smart girl. Make the right choice. Let us know where he is.
So, in this instance, Livi would definitely weigh the pros and cons. It's for her, being loyal is very, very important. So she would honestly risk it to mislead them slightly, like give them a half truth if possible. I don't. Yeah, her character wouldn't just outright
Okay.
put Morgan out there. So
Just if you want a little bit more information or just an extra little clue, go ahead and roll me an idea check.
got it. Okay.
Beautiful.
And I mean these were the folks that we that we read about. These are the powerful folks that are.
So yeah, powerful folks probably are attached to this symbol. That's one clue. He gave you a false ID that he said he was from the BOI, which is the Bureau of Investigation. He gave you a badge for the Bureau of Prohibition and had a different name. So he's using fake credentials, probably. Either that or if he got his own name and forgot who he was working for, which can happen, I'm sure.
So, yeah, I think, yeah, we would definitely do our best to take him off of our trail.
But yeah, now you have all the information.
Okay. So, all right, so he told us that his name was McCullum, but on his badge it was
McAllister.
McAllister.
He also mispronounced Seamus,
Ah, okay.
like a
You
pleb.
drag him through the fucking coals. Oh, this son of a bitch. I hate this cow.
I do too.
Okay, got it. So,
We can make this all disappear. Just let us know where he is.
so let me ask you. Your badge. Might I see that one more time?
No, you can't fucking see my badge.
Got it. That makes sense, seeing as how you're not necessarily who you're portraying to be.
He finally gets pissed and kind of like, all right, I'm fucking done playing. He reaches into his jacket and well, no, sorry. Order of things. He still has a cigarette going. He puts out the cigarette in the seat, singeing a hole in the leather, and then he reaches into a jacket and just draws a snub-nosed revolver and places it on his lap
Oh,
and begins tapping his foot. Now you're gonna tell me where this son of a bitch hid this fucking dagger, or it's gonna get loud on this fucking bus. And he looks straight ahead, kind of as he's saying it, looking kind of at the driver, who's just like white knuckling the seat, just pretending not to see anything.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You're a smart one, and I'm sure that gets you by a lot, but I'm sick of your mouth, so just fucking tell me where he is. And he kind of looks to his right, away from you.
I think... but we're trapped on the bus. Goodness. I think Livy would... this is hard. I think she has the scalpel. I know it's like literally bringing a knife to a gunfight. However,
He has it on the lap, kind of pointed away, just as a prop at the moment. And you know, just to kind of set the scene, just to reinforce the scene, I should say. He's saddled up against you. You're kind of pressed up against the window. He's got his leg full man spread against your leg. He's got the pistol in his right hand on his right thigh.
Punch him in the junk.
And he's just currently just will not look at you. He's just waiting for you to fucking tell him what he wants to hear.
which is perfect for Livy. Being
Yeah, grab a, he sees you
forensic-
running around, but yeah, grab a fucking pen.
Yeah. I'll write it down in just a second. And instead of grabbing a pen, she would definitely go for her scalpel and place it right on his beloved beloved parts.
The family jewels.
Ew.
Oh, no need to get hands. He stops. His skin
Listen.
turns pale, and his eyes go a little wide as he sees the glint of metal by his crotch. He slowly retrieves his arm from behind your shoulders.
So, initially, you were almost at a loss for fingers, but now I think you're at a loss for probably something a little bit smaller.
Look. And he like drops the gun. He's shaking so much. He goes thump onto the metal floor of the bus. And he like goes to scramble down, but then he can't exactly bend over very much.
So, is it... I think at this point, Livy would take the upper hand and gently take the gun and place it in her purse if possible.
Yep.
Just a very slow, sensual motion.
Just be easy.
Kinda.
Fuck shit.
So I guess you better go along your way then.
She kind of reaches back and pulls the stop cord as the bus kind of go down, and the back doors open, and he just kind of steps up away, kind of gingerly sliding his leg away from the knife, the scalpel. It cuts a little bit of his pant as he does it a little too excitedly. And a little bit of, just a little bit of blood begins to stand the paint leg as he kind of, fuck, shit, bitch, and kind of heads over to the door and kind of steps off the bus.
That's
Turning
Miss
around.
Domingue.
Yeah, fucking, we'll be watching as the doors kind of slide close and the bus rolls off again.
At this point, Livy would just feel the adrenaline kind of drain out of her from that moment. She's just kind of soaking it all in and definitely taking note of, you know, the badge, the name, the guy, so that
That
once
scent will
she-
stay with you.
Oh yeah, patchouli and cigarettes. Ugh. Feels like she needs a hot shower and a tall drink.
Fair. But there was something that kept kind of, as she kind of reflects, there was a word that he kept on playing around with, is they'll be watching you. And with your research, there's a little bit of, with the occult, of fact fiction, how much is real, how much isn't, and once you start to delve into this stuff, it starts to get a little dicey on what is real, what isn't. But you know, in stories, scrying was a thing. What if they actively are watching you without even needing to be there? This kind of thought kind of runs. And as she kind of passes by the Oriental market, she pulls a cord, kind of almost subconsciously, gets out and heads to the Asian store, the Asian market store, and kind of steps in. The bell goes above the head. There's a older Asian man kind of behind the counter. He's like, smiles kind of at you. It's like, let me know if you need any help. And she begins to kind of go down the aisles and pile on salt, parchment, sage, everything she's looked up. And that's kind of where we'll leave her in her shopping spree, as she kind of pays for it, gets back onto the bus, and the couple patrons on the bus kind of give her a weird look with all the bags full of, nonsense and Chinese markings. And but she rolls off, just determined.
And she's a little bit sassy. She feels very invigorated from the earlier ordeal, so she might, cut her eyes over, ask, do you see something you like? And then get back in her bubble.
Prude white people are just like, excuse me. Take the purse up into their lap. So yeah, we'll leave Livi on the bus heading home. And I think, honestly, this is a good place to pause. Take our little break, take our 10-minute break, and we'll come back and we'll see where Morgan's at in his day. But that being said, I'm going to leave you with a BRB screen and some music, and we'll be back soon, and see you soon. Welcome back! We return with Occult Origins, the reunion. It's not a the, I'm just adding it in now. Whatever. Fuck it. Fuck all the the promos and stuff like that.
Reunion.
But as we come back, I'm really sorry about the toast, but we are coming back with Morgan. You have a second, though.
Let it see, GM. I'm ready. I stand ready, even with a mouth full of toast.
Absolutely. I just imagine just like a bunch of breadcrumbs coming out as you could go to do the voice. Sorry, just cartoon in my brain.
No, it's fine. Just
I'm
go
not worried.
full meta.
I
Morgan's
got tea.
hungry.
English, that we know tea and toast. We can handle it in any situation.
You're right. You're properly trained. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Let's try this one. There we go. So, as we kind of come back on Morgan, we enter the speakeasy that was converted from an old wine cellar. The racks still mounted to the walls. Morgan stands behind the bar, carefully installing a hidden compartment. A shotgun, a pistol, a dagger, and an old journal sit on the bar top, awaiting their new stash spot. He clicks the new panel closed, then open again. Once again, testing it, make sure it's flush, and it sits properly. He reaches for these items and shotgun starts depositing them one by one into the compartment, resting on the final, kind of resting for a moment on the final object, Hero's old Nambu pistol he still has from the island. Kind of takes a moment to reflect.
Nambu, my friend, you are missed. We went through some stuff together, and I hope, with the help of your pistol, I will finally find peace.
As he kind of pops it into the panel and clicks it closed, satisfied, he hears upstairs all of a sudden of the door being kicked open upstairs, straight off the bolt.
Perhaps, my friend, we will find peace sooner than we thought. Let's go and investigate.
Above, you hear footsteps traipse around, opening doors and knocking on walls. You even hear a, shh. You don't know if anyone's here or not. Another man answers, place looks dead. Just keep looking. You're still downstairs in the cellar.
Sorry, go on.
I apologize. I was just letting you know you're still downstairs. The trapdoor, luckily, is closed. But you know that the rug's been pulled away.
So, so my items are concealed, right?
Mhm.
There's normally a secret entrance to a speakeasy, right? Am I in a position to slip into it before they see me?
There's 2 hiding spots you can take under the stairs, which would be an advantageous position if you wanted to kind of ambush them. But you also know that if you pull one of the wine rods, kind of wine racks, a little wrought iron lever that pulls down and unlocks the rack so you can swing it open and head into the sewers. They use it for shipments.
I'm gonna go under the stairs. I've got the Nambu pistol with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna set myself up, to at least get the jump on them if they come downstairs.
Sounds good. As you kind of hear the footsteps kind of approach towards the top of the stairs, you hear, there's a trapdoor here, man. And as you kind of take your place underneath and level kind of crouch down, leveling the Nambu pistol up, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Also, just as a reminder to the players, anybody who's passed a check at this point, make sure you're checking off your boxes to make sure we can do improvement checks. But yeah, stealth roll from Morgan.
I'm not worried about failing the stealth, for it really wasn't the point anyway. So they've noticed my trapdoor, yeah, where I have my stash.
The trapdoor to the stairs. You have a hidden compartment that kind of replaced the panel of the bar. So that's behind it. It's flush. No one will ever find that unless they accidentally bump into it. But yeah, they're at the top of the stairs to the speakeasy. The trapdoor behind the soft bar upstairs.
All right. What are the consequences to me failing the stealth check then?
As you kind of crouch down, a little bit of noise is made, and you hear them stop. Somebody down there? Fuck, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna sort of lean back a bit more into the shadows. You know what I mean? Just wait patiently, stroking my pistol. Not that pistol, the other pistol.
Understandable.
Whoa.
As you kind of, he takes a step down. One man's foot's, the back of one man's shoes kind of come into sight in between the risers as he comes downstairs. Fucking heard you, man. Just come out.
I'm gonna cock the pistol and step out into the light. I don't know what you want here, my friend, but this pistol is loaded, and I'm not playing.
Do you want to roll a threat? No. Actually, leave the roll out of it. There's a roll, but we'll leave the roll out of it. As you kind of cock back, he puts his hands up, and in the kind of half light, it's kind of hard to make out, but you can tell it's a white guy in a trench coat, and his buddy's shadow is kind of cast against the wall behind him. You can see the buddy kind of reach for something in his jacket and pull it out. The guy in front of you has his hands up. Look, you're threatening a BOI agent here, man. You sure you want to go through with that?
I'll say this only once, friend. I haven't slept properly for days. Breathe wrong. And one of us is going to the other side.
Fair. Be cool. Oh.
Now
Whoa.
tell me, what are you looking for here?
We're looking to question a suspect about a murder back in Boston a couple weeks back. But
Nobody knows anything about a murder here. You've come to the wrong place.
I can see that, obviously. We made a mistake. Isn't that right? You hear the other guy saying, the fuck, man? Isn't that right? We made a mistake. We just, busted down the wrong door. These things happen. Just let us
An
walk away.
understandable error, friend. Close the door on your way out. Perhaps we can meet again under better circumstances.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. He kind of begins to take a couple steps back. And as he kind of disappears out of sight, you hear a little muttering upstairs. Just some quiet whispers. What the fuck, man? We gotta go, man. Pick up the drop-off house, man. Come back. And you hit footsteps kind of retreat back through the hall, up the stairs, and out the front.
I'm gonna head towards the doorway. I'm gonna examine the condition of the door, maybe prop a chair up against it to secure a little bit. These people, they don't know with who they play.
They
Not one to be taken. They'll have to try harder than that.
The bolt is kind of like bent, and the whole door frame has been broken off. But as you kind of take a moment to assess the damage, kind of get your heart rate still, and tuck away your pistol, you maybe check outside. There's no sight of them. You start to assemble some tools to fix the door, maybe reinforce it, and we'll kind of cut away from Morgan as he heads back downstairs to grab a toolkit.
With power of toast.
As
this episode is sponsored by Toast.
Toast and tea.
It's the best.
British person's favorite.
Yes.
Toast and tea.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, it's coffee black for Morgan.
Yeah.
Tea and toast for me.
It's gotta be.
Brought to you by Coffee and Biscuits.
It's sorry, I just had that scene from the Truman Show, where like they're in the middle of an argument and she does a product drop.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah.
All right, so we
Mention sponsors out there. If you want your biscuits and coffee, reach out to Grinning Moon.
Oh yes,
We will,
my email
we
is
will...
in the description in the about page on my YouTube. Go ahead and check it out. Anyway, so as we kind of pull back into the city, we kind of pan in on a scene of Roary loading a couple last chickens into a trunk that's now kind of filled with groceries before kind of closing it shut. As a TTRPG, do you take sponsors? I'm not sure. Maybe in the future.
Somebody offer and we can talk. Yeah.
We'll talk, yeah. Yeah, so he packs in the groceries before closing it shut.
Your logo here.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Orsino takes the butcher's hand and shakes it at the threshold of Satrielli's meats. Oh, thank you. As this occurs, appreciate you, Frank. You know, let me know if Junior's looking for work. You know, I can always pull some strings. He kind of clasps his hands and it's like, oh, kind of the man bumbles, of course, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And grovels before him, and he's like, oh, yeah. And as just you kind of crank up the engine, Orsino strolls back to the car and kind of stopping at you. He's like, who's driving, me or you?
Oh, fuck. I definitely like wince when he says that.
We all do.
Yeah.
Turns a slight shade of green.
I'll try to shake it off and I'll just laugh on my shoulders. When's the last fucking time you drove?
What? You know, I'm feeling froggy today. Maybe it's up to you though. Okay, it's your car.
Nah. This is my car. Come on.
Fair. Maybe by the end of the day. He kind of raises his eyebrow.
Yeah, I'll give a little nod to the butcher as we're like sort of getting our stuff together in the car. Be like,
Roary,
everyone.
That knife thing, it's been working out great. Been cleaning them. It's been nice and clean in between my cuts. It's great. I've been doing it in between like the pork and the chicken now.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely good. I'm more worried about, you know, using what you have in the back for out in the front. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, it's not like it's fucking Victorian London, motherfucker. Like, come on.
No, I'm just saying don't... Look, I understand that you clean them, but please do not cut the pork with the human knives. You know what I'm saying?
Well, long pig, it's all the same, right?
No, that's not fucking funny, man. That's not funny.
No, man, it's a butcher joke. It's a butcher joke. You're fine. You're fine. No, of course.
I don't like it.
Well, you don't like a lot of things, Roy, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Just keep it on the up and up, okay? I just want to see those knives looking frosty in the front of the shop, okay?
Sure. Like, yeah.
All right. And nah, never mind. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
Yeah, like having a off day or something.
Yeah, it's just it's nice to be back on the old circuit, see the same faces again. I feel like I've been out of it for a minute.
Yeah, just haven't seen you in a while. I was a little worried, but it's good to see you back.
Yeah, good to be back. Good to be back.
Good kid, man. Don't be so hard on yourself. Kind of turns around and Orsino's like by the door, his passenger. You done?
Yeah, sorry. You know, it's interesting how a guy can kind of freak you out and be like a nice guy at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, look at you. Yeah. The doors thunk shut and the car rattles off back into traffic towards the church. As we kind of cut to the church, we kind of cut through and we open up on the church's kitchen. It's cramped and has an icebox kind of tucked into the corner with a pantry next to a stove and with a baker's rack laden with pots and pans and other utensils and cutlery. Kind of all stacked into one small little area. Roary squeezes, once again, the last chicken into the brimming icebox. And Orsino hugs Mother Maria, kissing both her cheeks. As Roary closes the pantry laden with canned goods, fresh baked breads, cornflakes, fruit, and a couple snacks from the sweet shop.
Mother Maria, the patron saint of Harlem. How are you?
Oh yeah, no, of course. Like, it's good to have you here, Lord. And like, it's honestly, you're doing so much to keep these kids fed and nourished. It's almost just you two at this point.
Come in and sort of give her the same hug that Orsino just did.
Oh,
I'll sort of, you know, like hold her by the, you know, put my hands on her shoulder to be like, been too long since I saw your face. You know that? Too long.
Rory, you have to come over, my gosh, and the kids always miss you.
I could use a family dinner, you know that? I could use a fucking family dinner.
Well, sure. Come up on, we do Sunday spaghetti and, after service, and, it's a nice time. It's not quite, what Orsino's mother could put her together, but we manage.
Look, you sign me up for one of those days, and I'll make you something better than spaghetti, you understand? Happily.
It's like, it's just sign up on the list. You know where the ledger is.
Yeah.
It's never changed, and I never see your name there. It's okay. I know you're busy.
Yeah, it's been crazy recently, but, yeah, I'll try to grab the ledger.
Orsino kind of excuses himself. Like, all right, man, I'm going to make up some call. Do you mind if I borrow your phone, Mother? Oh, of course. Thank you. And he kind of buttons his jacket and heads out the door into the hall, leaving you two kind of alone.
I picked up this meatloaf recipe recently. That's one of those things that you can do for a large group of people, but it comes out fucking fantastic every time.
Kind of smiles and meekly nods. That's lovely. You'll have to share the recipe with me. But
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, I kind of do it. I wing it, to be frank. But, I feel like I kind of got a wizard's touch with this sort of thing. Is that a phrase?
absolutely, there's few people who can make fire out of noodles, but it's okay.
What does that mean?
That's you're such a sweet boy. How are you, my son? I don't think this is about
honey.
meatloaf.
What?
I don't think this is about meatloaf. You're,
No, yeah.
kind of filling the air. What seems to be weighing on you, my dear? You can come sit. And it kind of has you come sit down at the kitchen table with her.
Look, it's just been a long few weeks. It was nice to just think about, the kids and some meatloaf or whatever, and trying to be, I don't know, trying to feel like it was a few years ago again, because the last couple of months have been weighing on my
So
psyche. That's the thing.
weighing on your soul, my son.
Yeah, maybe that.
Well, you're a man pulled by many things, and it seems you have always chosen some form of conflict or duality in your life. It's time to pick a side, Leave. Not exactly, good or evil. That's not what we're saying. Obviously, you do good and evil like all men, but maybe it's time to choose which man you want to be.
I mean, look, obviously, we all gotta do some things we don't love to do. But, I've been making it work the best I can, and I don't have any regrets so far, but I know you believe in heaven and hell, like
Naturally.
they're the God's gift and God's curse, But, these last couple of months, I've been starting to think, I don't know, Maria. What if there's something out there that's worse than hell? Be a good thing to fight that, right?
Absolutely. But you have to also understand that hell is never really a place. It is a state of mind.
What do you mean?
Well, the texts, let's be real, have been touched by many hands, and over the time I'm sure their message has stretched a bit for some men's purpose, but really, hell is whatever is the worst for you. It's a place you go when you don't know.
I guess I'm asking you, I feel like maybe I've seen hell, Maybe I've seen it. These last couple of weeks, felt its presence in my life. And, well, if that's hell, fuck me. I'm not really sure whether I'm supposed to stare it in the face or run as far as I can away, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Not
How do you face
everybody's
hell?
facing hell is a conundrum that man has struggled with for eons, I believe.
But I'm alive, Maria. I'm not fucking dead yet. Why am I seeing hell in my life? Or something fucking worse than hell? These aren't just my greatest fears, they're real. Okay? I've seen some shit that... Look, you know I've seen dark things before, okay? You know I have.
Yes.
But this was so much worse than that. This is stuff that shouldn't exist. Stuff that... I still feel fucked up about. Stuff that I don't even know how to explain. Because if I told you it'd sound like I was having a fucking breakdown, Maria. But I know what I saw. I know what I saw.
And I believe you believe that you saw this, and I'm not trying to take any of that away from you. But I do believe if we do not face hell or the demons that within it, it will always sit in the back of our minds as a fear of the unknown.
Oh. You know, you do a really good job of always saying the thing that I do not want to hear. But I know is right.
Part of that conflict within yourself, Rory, you know what's right. But you actively, and I'm not saying all the time, but you do choose wrong sometimes.
Okay.
And that's human.
I only choose wrong when it's for the right people.
I guess at the end of the day, it's really about who's the right people.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you seen Jenks around here?
Oh, he was off playing street ball when you were coming in. I'm sure he's still outside.
I'm gonna take a second and say, hey, well, Orsina's upstairs.
Sure. Absolutely. And, listen. She kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, kind of reaches up. We must do what we can with the knowledge we have. There's always a purpose, even if we are too foolish to see it.
Yeah. I think you're right. And I'm gonna do the only thing I know how. You know? The thing I've done this whole time is, those things that do me wrong, those things that freak me out, I'm gonna square up, and I'm gonna punch as hard as I can, you know? Oh, you know what? I almost fucking forgot. And I'm gonna pull the wad of cash that I had at a bedside table out of my pocket.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna be like, that is for you.
Rory. She kind of like flips through the 10s, 20s, 5s. It's just like, this is more than you've ever. This is too much.
Yeah, well, I haven't been around for a couple of months. Okay, this is not that much more than I normally give if I've been giving the way that I should have been these past whatever. So, you know, consider that back pay. Or you know.
Her brow kind of quivers a little bit as she kind of looks up and... Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, my son. You do not have to, but it is appreciated.
Well...
Get off to the boys, I'm sure...
Yeah.
Jenks is looking for you. He said he had
For
something
sure.
for you.
Yeah. Wait, sorry, what? For me?
Talk to him about it. She seems kind of like not happy. But she's like... But she kind of goes on tiptoe a little bit and pecks your cheek. And the other one gives you a little bit of a hug and says, "You take care of yourself. And
Thanks, Maria.
the people that matter."
Yeah. You're one of those people, you know. So if you ever need anything, I don't got much, but I got guns. And I'll put up my my bicep, you know what I mean? Just so it
Yeah.
makes a muscle and be like...
She like, her wrinkled cheeks kind of blush a little bit, and she kind of laughs, kind of, oh posh you. Orsino has apparently been standing there for you don't know how long, and he's just like, you ready to go?
go? Sorry, bud. Yeah. All right.
All right. Yeah. He kind of heads out, and as you head outside, you kind of hear the kids playing off on the street, playing some street ball, and then the ball gets cracked off, and screams, and kids start running and stuff like that. And Jenks kind of like was hanging out by the stoop as you kind of walk down, and like sloops up behind you and he's like, hey Rory. Orsino kind of looks back and nods. He's like, alright, I'll be at the car.
I'll look down at the kid. I'll be like, hey, who are you?
It's Jenks.
I don't know Jenks.
It's me, bro. It's
I'm fucking with
Oh,
you. Come on.
fucking
Then I'll just give him a big old
killing me,
noogie.
man. It's killing me, man. It's just he kind of like gets a little noogie on him and is like, all right, well, shit. Like he's terribly hiding this long, slender package behind his back. Kind of like, look, I got no. Well, we got this thing because you helped us get our bats and mitts, and well, it fell off his truck anyway. So I mean,
Well, it fell off a truck, did it?
we not I, we wanted you to have it. And he kind of scratches the back of his head as he hands you the package wrapped in old newspaper and tied with a bit of string.
I'll look down. What is it?
You gotta open it. Kind of hands it over to you.
All right, but I don't want your old baseball glove if that's what you're giving me. And I'll open it.
It's a long, slender package. And it's like, what do you? Oh fuck, Rory, stop playing around. And like, as you untie the string and unfurl the package, you feel the polished wood of a brand new Louisville Slugger roll into your palm.
Wow.
Jenks bounces off the balls of his feet excitedly.
Take a few swings with it and be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Did he kind of like, his eyes kind of like, yeah. You see the signatures on the bat there?
I didn't notice that. Who's on there? And I'll
You
take a
kinda-
look at the bat.
As you kind of turn it in your hand, on the back of the bat is the signature of Babe Ruth. Go ahead and give me an appraise.
Okay. I don't know shit about appraisals, but yeah.
It looks
Not
No,
a hard
looks
fail,
legit.
but it's a fail. Looks legit. Okay.
yeah, decent. Yeah, this looks legit.
Is somebody gonna come looking for this, Jenks?
No. Fell off the back of a truck.
God damn. I don't know what to say.
don't have to say anything, man. It's just for you, man. You deserve it. Thanks. Yeah. I'm gonna head back. But yeah. Yeah. You know, good seeing you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player, by the way?
Oh, Elmer Flick.
Elmer Flick. Don't give me fucking Elmer Flick. Come
What,
on.
he was left hand. Fucking slug those bitches.
Just
I
because
mean,
you're
he's no
lefty,
Babe Ruth.
you're sympathizing with some left-handed
Well,
loser? Come on.
Come on, man.
You know
like,
Babe's got a .378 this season. You go
fucking
with
like he had
Elmer
like a
Flick?
6. Like before Babe Ruth. Come on, man. The man's a hero.
That's what I'm saying. Why is Babe Ruth not your fucking favorite player?
It's too mainstream, bro.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He's worried about the fucking mainstream.
Right? Like,
Look,
come on.
If he's the best, he's the goddamn best,
It's, you
Jenks.
didn't ask for the best. You asked for my favorite. It's not the same.
Why would your favorite not be the best guy?
Because he reminds me of me, man. Just this.
All right. Well, you playing first base these days with that left arm?
Well, you know, they actually have me run over to shortstop.
Shortstop.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think you're fancy, huh?
Well, they give me a left-handed glove, so like, I use my good hand.
All right.
I can't throw to save my life, though.
Well, then you shouldn't be fucking playing shortstop, Jenks.
I don't know. I feel like every time I make a throw, it's not going to go in the right space, but then it does. You know? I don't know. It's got that
All right, well.
flick. All right, man. I gotta get going, but yeah, you take care. You think your boss is, getting a little impatient.
Yeah,
anyway.
he can wait. But yeah,
Wait, is he driving your car?
Is he actually? Is
He just popped it. He like started up the car and popped into the driver's seat, and just kind of like, you see, like as you look over, you see him kind of like looking back at you, waiting for you to take notice.
Right. Okay, Jenks. Yeah, I'm getting the message. Well, look, thank you for this, and we should play.
Yeah, fucking make some time.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Bet you still bat like shit.
What was?
I'll give him a like too hard smack on the back to send him running back towards the other side of the road.
And
As I head towards the car.
he heads back over to the game and kind of takes one look back and a wave before joining his friends again.
As he looks back, I'm just gonna take a swing with the bat, like I'm doing like a home run call to the side of the road.
Nice. He kind of beams as he sees that, and joins his friends.
Well, see, no, you're not gonna fucking believe this. I swear, this is a Babe Ruth bat. This is a signature signed Babe Ruth Louisville Slugger.
Fucking hand that over. No fucking way.
No fucking way. It
Kind
is.
of hands you hand it over, and he looks at us. Rory, this is why I love you. Your kid's pretty good at forging, though.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
I'm just saying, like, it's fake, but it's a good fake.
You don't know. You don't fucking know.
Fucking, I run a fucking forgery, you motherfucker.
Yeah, and you know Babe Ruth's signature just like that? Come on,
I
bro.
fucking manufacture Babe Ruth's furniture and sell the fucking knockoffs.
Whatever. It's a Louisville Slugger either
Is he
way.
looking for work, though?
No.
Okay. And then the car is like, okay, well, throw in the back. Let's go. And I'm driving.
So, all right.
As you
I'll
can
sit
see.
pretty in the side seat.
Make sure you pull it back. It's yeah. Anyway, as the car gets the bat gets kind of put into the backseat trunk. You have a preference?
Oh, I'm just gonna put it in the back seat. Sorry.
Backseat. You're good. He kind of stows the bat in the back seat, and Orsino and him putter off to drop him off. As we kind of cut from there, we open upon Livi as she kind of enters her study and drops the last bag of salt into the study with a thud. Are you muted?
No, I wasn't talking loud enough. Pardon.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, would have thought these bags would be so heavy.
And they're a better deal than the cans you had. As you kind of scan the room, taking in the last side of your uncle's study before setting to work, kind of what's kind of going in Livy's brain? Where's
Well,
Livy at?
in her mind, she's hustling back and forth between whether to reach out to Morgan immediately or use what she bought from the shop. At this point, both seem extremely important, but I think the first thing she's going to do is reach out to Morgan to kind of ask him what the hell, and to forewarn him that, you know, maybe we should meet somewhere else, or it's no longer safe where we're meeting. So
Okay. So, with that, she picks up the receiver. She does her normal thing. Rings 3 times.
Hello?
Morgan calls him back.
Morgan.
This better be important. It's been a long day. I'm not in a good mood.
You're damn right it's important. What the hell? And don't
the hell,
act
what?
like you don't know. Listen. I came across one of your friends on the bus and almost got blown to bits.
What friends? What are you talking about?
People are looking for you. They know about the dagger. And it got the symbol, the wise.
You're making no sense, woman. What dagger? I don't know anything about the dagger. This
Cut it.
symbol, maybe we saw it before. I remember something about the 3 wise in the basement in the house. But, I don't know anything about the dagger.
Don't make me regret not telling them exactly where you are.
You can tell them what you want. If they come, they'll find Morgan ready. I'm not one to play.
Listen, Morgan, this isn't just about you. It's about all of us. We're meeting tonight.
What did these people want? What did they know?
Morgan, you know what they want. They're watching. They say they're always watching.
Don't worry yourself. I'll take care of it.
I'm worried. I'm beyond worried.
Did they put you in any danger?
Did you not hear the part where I said there was a gun within my vicinity on a public bus?
Take it from a man who has seen war. A gun is never the threat. It's the intent to use it. If they were serious, you would know.
Well, I think that threatening his most precious parts of himself changed his mind. Listen,
What did you do? You didn't threaten a man's prized possession, did you?
That's not important. What's most important right now is what you have that they want. Did you take the dagger?
I don't. What is this about a dagger? Oh, let's not talk about a dagger. More important things are going on. We need to
I think
focus.
we're going to talk about the dagger. Indewell, I
Woman,
think we're
in my
going to talk
mind,
about the dagger.
People were floating. Why are we talking about a dagger when people were floating in the air? Don't worry. Let's focus on what matters.
Listen, I don't know what hot water you've gotten yourself into, which furthermore gets us into the hot water with you. But if there's anything you should be sharing, it's what you have that they want. So we at least know how to cover our backs. I mean, oh, for Christ's sakes, we're all gathering there tonight.
There's nothing I need to share except a head full of bad dreams, poor sleep, and a chanting I can't get rid of. Don't worry, when we get together, I've had people come round. I've seen them, it's taken care of. They know Morgan is not one with whom to mess.
I'm sorry, repeat that last part? You had people come around?
This conversation has gone on for too long. It's not safe to be on the phone. Let's meet tonight. This is a face-to-face thing.
It's not safe anywhere, Morgan. It's not safe anywhere.
Livi, are you armed? Then take it from a man of war. Watch your corners. Don't let anyone get behind you. As long as you can see them coming, you have the upper hand. You'll be fine. Let's meet tonight and we'll talk more.
Are we still good to meet at your place?
This place is as good as anywhere. They won't come back. It's fine.
When you say they, how many were there?
It doesn't matter. I've taken care of it. They know now. I've had words with them.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting sick.
You're thinking about it too much. We've been on the phone too long. Let's meet tonight. We'll talk more. Don't worry. I'll be here. Roary will be here. He's a bit damaged in the head, but he's fine. And the hairy white man with a shotgun. What more do you need?
I think we need a whole army.
If you need to hide, I have a cellar for you. I'll put you in the basement. Don't worry. Us men will take care of it.
I will leave it up to you men then, Morgan.
I'll see you tonight, Livi. Don't worry. These men, they won't do nothing. As long as we see them coming, we're fine.
Sure.
Watch the doors and corners, Livi. The doors and corners. Take it from a man of war.
Take it from a man of war. Oh, I got it. I gotcha. I'll see you tonight.
Goodbye.
Ugh.
Click.
She slams the phone down. She's super frustrated. She doesn't feel right about this. She's questioning whether she made the right choice or not, if she needs to reach out to Georgia. She's not sure if Georgia has already left to meet Billy.
As she kind of ponders all this, the stuff she picked up from the shop, salt, sage, candles, bitch's apartment, she had two things she wanted to do. She's done one of them.
Yes. So she will certainly at that point just start laying out everything. She's very methodical in how she does everything, just the same way she does at work. She lays her tools out. She brings out the books that she got from the occult bookstore. She starts going over the recipes and lays out candles here and there and spreads the salt. Okay, open the windows, light the sage, blow it out and smudge. think this is the right way to do it.
As she does this, go ahead and roll me a occult roll. And this is less to determine if she is like successful and more just to determine how proficient she is at doing it. You have more than occult than 5, right? Or is that it?
Oh, no, I think it's just 5.
Okay. I remember I gave you a D10 of it. So it should be higher than that. So we'll roll that real quick while we're here. So that'd be an 8. Go ahead and just adjust it to 8. It's still a fail, but we can at least make the adjustment. It was 8 plus... No, sorry. I apologize.
5 plus 3.
It would be 3 plus 5, so 8.
Got it.
In addition to that, so 13?
Got it.
Yeah. Math. Dyslexia. Anyway. As the montage of burning sage, pouring the salt circle, lighting the candles, scribbling, warding seals, kind of goes about. She seals the wards against the walls and wax frame. They're a little messy. The salt thing is a little too thick. She smudged a little too hard and it's now kind of smoky in here. But after she kind of finished and the smoke kind of blows out the window and stuff like that, she isn't 100% satisfied with it, but she knows it will at least work for the purpose.
Better more than less, right?
Yeah. It's the first time. There's time to refine this stuff. As she finishes, she looks at the time, and it's already approaching 5:30. She needs to get ready for the night. And as she leaves the warded study and heads out to get ready for the night, is she doing anything special?
Yes. Livi is a creature of habit. Again, very methodical. She would... One way that she's used to kind of processing things is to, write letters to her sister and her uncle. So she would just, although she's not sending it to anyone, she would still kind of journal or write it down to kind of put the day and the happenings all into perspective, and doesn't know what's coming next. So
Okay.
we do that. Maybe take a pinch of salt, toss it over her shoulder, hold the smudge one more time, and say a little ritual before she goes.
Okay. And as she kind of checks her purse, it's a little heavy, and then you remember that the .32 revolver is still in there from earlier.
Oh yeah.
And it is fully loaded, all 5 chambers. So, clasp that close, put that on the shoulder, and head out for the night to the bus stop. From
All
there-
right.
Oh.
Doors and corners. Gotta watch out for me now.
As we kind of leave that scene, we open on another scene in the inner city, Manhattan. Georgia and Billy are sitting down at a white cloth table in a high-end restaurant. The host gingerly cradles Billy's shotgun back to the coat check as they take a seat and get settled in.
So, do I have new clothes now?
Georgia would have tried to get you at least like a nice jacket. Going with what you have and just trying to as long as you look mostly presentable.
The host was like, "You have reservation," and then like I feel like it's one of those like tie
Yes,
and jacket
understood.
affair, correct? And it's just like he's literally just got what he was wearing before. He's holding his jacket that he brought, and then just like the jacket, the tie around the blue plaid collar, and then like the dress jacket over that. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
Kind of raises an eyebrow. He's like, "Miss Schultz, really?"
I'm with her.
Yes, I know, rather unconventional. However, I promise, best behavior.
Fair. And he kind of takes you back to the table. Takes the coat, the shotgun, and kind of cradles it back as you settle in. Just reestablishing that.
I'm like looking at the chandeliers and I'm like, it's not bad.
Would have left it in the car, Mr. Graves.
Well, the car doesn't seem necessarily safe. Anybody could bust on in. At least we got a person watching it now. These city folk don't know what to do with guns. Don't worry about it. I'm sure. I mean, you trust them with your coat. I think that's good enough.
Very well. I would, however, at this point, Mr. Graves, I would like to drop the formalities, as it were. There's no need for the Miss Schultz. It's Georgia, please.
Fair enough, Georgia.
And you're set on Billy, not William.
Billy William. Most people call me old Billy, old Billy, OB. Take your pick. It's just a title, you know.
As this kind of line goes by, a server with a pencil-thin mustache and slicked black hair beelines for the table and stops. "Will you be having the usual, madame?"
Yes. Make it 2, actually, and cranberry for myself and for my companion. A birch beer, I think, is appropriate.
Yes.
What?
I'll be sure to bring those drinks from the soft bar and get you orders right away. Will you be the gentleman be having anything else?
He did say...
I know.
Yeah.
And he kind of turns. He's like, yes, very good. And kind of turns on heel and heads back to the kitchens.
Wild. Take a cigarette out and light it up. You eat here often? A pretty fancy spot here.
Frequently enough to be remembered.
Right, well, listen, there's been something, that I haven't really told anybody in the group yet, and I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, put it by you, considering we're kind of being out and about, and...
As you say this,
and
they
all.
walk back and put drinks down. There's a cup of water, and they hand you a frothy beverage, and her a dark glass. They're in normal water glasses, though.
Frothy? What? What did you get me, Georgia?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. What's your name again, sir? And I'll like reach out. I'm Billy. Like introducing myself, like
Jean-Philippe.
John Philip. Nice to meet you, John.
Philippe.
What?
Jean-Philippe.
John Philip.
You'll have to excuse my friend. He's not quite from the city.
Oh, I appreciate your help there, John.
Anytime, of
Yeah,
course.
then I'll
Sir.
take a weird swig out of the frothy thing.
As you take a
Beer.
weird swig, it's just nice, thick lager. It's actually very tasty.
No,
Kinda
Georgia.
hoppy.
God damn, you know how to pick 'em. Cheers.
There's not quite many places like this one left around here, so at least not right now. Very quiet.
quiet. Well, that's good, because, listen. I heard about your initial contact with the detective James Barrister through some strange means, and you might think I'm fucking crazy, but
Not at all.
I think I gotta talk about it, because given what we've seen, or I don't know what the fuck we've seen, but I was told by a bird. Laugh at me now. I told you it was gonna sound weird. I was told by a bird. Left me a note. The barrister was looking into this here Church of Contemplation. That's kind of weird, right?
It's not common to have messenger birds out and about in this day, but
I ain't seen no messenger bird. Most birds I shoot here with his here shot. Oh, the shotgun, and I point to where they took the shotgun. But listen, I'm not a stupid man. I know that a bird didn't write that message. But still, if I was crazy, then why would I have made initial contact with Mr. Barrister, getting involved in this here thing? I know, I'm just kind of talking out loud. I'm not quite used to civil conversation. See this as kind of an issue with me. The missus kind of left a long time ago. Tend to ramble on a little bit too much, but
sorry to hear that.
yeah,
Any
well,
children?
yeah. I have 2 boys. I lost one in the war.
So sorry that brother was drafted.
Such a fucking pointless endeavor, if you ask me.
It certainly makes my family life a tad difficult, that's for sure. Mother being English, father from Germany.
Well, in my opinion, it was just a bunch of poor people fighting in a war that they didn't understand for reasons that were beyond their comprehension.
Agree with that one.
That's kind of why I'm here. This here Chapel of Contemplation, all of this. There are people out there that think they know better for the rest of us. They do things, take actions that end up killing people. And maybe if I had not ignored the signs, the calls to action a long time ago, maybe my boy wouldn't end up dead in some other nation that he had no place being in.
That is a possibility.
So I kind of want to see this thing through. I ignored it once, and I'm not going to do it again. I've discovered through looking into that reporter, I think that's going to be our best bet in figuring out what the fuck is going on with all this.
You believe you are onto something with that, especially the whole Rockport connection. And hopefully this will all be fruitful.
I don't know about fruitful, but I hope at least it's answers some questions I've had for a while.
As you kind of say that, the waiter comes back and with the dishes and lays them out before you. Bon appetit, as he kind of tucks the tray away and walks away. And that's where we'll kind of cut away from the scene.
Bone apple teeth.
Apple tea. Gross.
As we kind of cut back to the dancing mill that's kind of in the early opening stages. Some of the staff has rolled in, and Morgan kind of finishes nailing the door frame back and tests the door a few times, giving it a firm tug or two. After replacing the broken lock and reinforcing the door frame, he added an extra deadbolt to the door that's now more secure than ever. Wiping his hands off and grabbing the tools, he heads downstairs. The dancing mill is already stirring with the opening preparations as chairs are being taken off tables and the dance floor is being buffed out for the impending evening. As Morgan walks in, what does he do?
I'm gonna take a look around the room. My eyes linger a little bit over the enclosure where I've hidden my bits and pieces. I just want to make sure that there's nothing there to attract attention and that it's safely hidden away. I'm gonna identify the exits. You know what I mean? If they come again, I want to be ready to fight or flight.
This is like your home territory, as it were. So you know there's 2 or 3 exits on the main floor, and then down in the basement there's really only the 2. There's into the sewer and up through the hatch door.
Nice. I'm also gonna there's an old sort of backpack that I have from my time on the island, like an army, a military bag.
Military knapsack.
Stashed away with my bits and pieces in. I'm gonna start to put together a to-go bag, you know, in the event that I need to make a move rapidly. I want to be able to grab my stuff and be out at a moment's notice. You know, I'm jittery. I'm
bug out bag.
You know, yeah, exactly.
What is he? Is there anything that's in that stash that he's putting in the bug out bag? And the stash, I think, is big enough to keep the bug out bag if it's small. By the way,
what did I put? I'm gonna put in a. Let's see. Pair of shoes, change of trousers. I'm gonna snag a bottle of booze from behind the bar and sneak it in. The Nambu pistol's in the enclosure. I'll put it back in the enclosure with the dagger and the journal. I believe I still have some rations from way back there in the bag as well.
Oh, they're so stale, but yeah. And actually,
So stale.
but they were stale to
I was
start
like,
out with, really.
Exactly. They're war rations. They're made to last. And in war rations, we trust.
Yeah.
I'm a man of war. A knife. Always handy to have, like, you know, a little knife. Some curry. I don't have much money, but like.
Yeah,
you know,
most of his like good stuff.
I
I was just wondering if anything like that was in that stash was going in there additionally. So, like the knife or the notebook or pistol.
Or really, just your good, ready to go sort of things. You know,
Gotcha.
an old flare, I believe, is in there.
There's an old flare pistol. It's a little rusted now.
Yeah. And I want that into an easy to reach location. It's literally got to be a wham bam thank you man moment. I grab the bag, empty the enclosure, jump down into the cellar. I'm gone. I'm getting ready to ghost.
You figure it's actually probably there's a level of defense if you have it down in the speakeasy, because then you can kind of be in the corner booth next to your stash spot, and then right by the bar is that wine rack that swings open, and with the trap door being regulated by the barkeep, the soft barkeep, the up top, you'll have at least a warning and some time to move if, you know, some people come again.
Perfect. That's where my head is at.
Sounds good. As you kind of formulate this plan and kind of flick on the lights and take stock of what's down here, you go ahead and open up the wine racked wall and begin to head around pulling chairs off tables and wiping things down, getting them ready, as a pair of men begin to waddle in through the passage with crates of swill, moonshine, and barrels of bathtub wine. Kind of leave this scene here, and we are back in the streets of New York as Roary kind of sits looking out the window, and the sun hangs low in the sky as the Model T rattles through Brooklyn traffic. Orsino scratches a match and puffs a cigar alight as you sit there, and he kind of pipes in. He's like, "Yeah, you hear about that Babe Ruth's 50 home run goal?"
Yeah. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, he's fucking 44 in, I think.
No, he's gonna do it. There's no question.
No question. I'm like, shit, the guy comes out of no fucking where, switches teams. Who knows? Fucking switching teams could make all the fucking difference, man. I mean, he was doing good with the Sox, but, you know, with the Yankees, he's the stuff of fucking legends, man.
Oh, that's because it's the Yankees.
Well, I mean, it's New York.
Because it's New York. It breeds champions, you know?
Oh, yeah, man. As he slows down at an intersection, he kind of, looks over and squints real quick at somebody on the sidewalk, and he kind of slaps you, points
What?
at a blonde man smoking a cigarette. He's in a blue suit with a tweed hat, walking down the sidewalk. He's like, "Isn't that Jolie Carlson?" Yeah, that is that motherfucker. He owes slip.
He what?
He owes on his slip.
Oh yeah?
He's way overdue. Hold on, we're
What
gonna
do you
pull
wanna
up.
do about it?
We're gonna pull up, and you're gonna hop out.
Okay.
All right. He rolls down the window of the vehicle and cradles the cigar in his fingers as he kind of rolls up next to him, the smoke trail swirling in the orange sunlight. "Hey, Joey!" He kind of shouts out the window. "Fancy bumping into you!" Joey turns, and realization kind of sets in as the cigarette drops out of his lips. In a moment, he turns and hightails it down the sidewalk towards the alley, knocking pedestrians aside in his flight.
Yeah, I'll step out of the car and I just start jogging after him. I'm not running too hard. I feel like I can keep up with this guy pretty easily, but
Okay.
I'm gonna just start jogging after him.
As you kind of jog after him, he kind of knocks a bunch of people to the side, cuts into a you hear your Model T tear up and kind of rattle off down the street, trying to catch him.
Yeah,
As he goes into the
Joey,
alley.
don't make this harder than it has to be.
Fuck shit! And he kind of takes a turn as Orsino kind of veers over the sidewalk, trying to clip him. He kind of skates off into the alleyway. As you kind of jog up to the alleyway, he just go down the alley. I'll cut him off. And he kind of peels off and goes around down the
Yeah,
street.
start running down the alley.
Go ahead and roll me a dex. As he kind of sprints down the sidewalk, cuts into the alley, he narrowly avoids getting hit as he streaks down the narrow at him. Fail. As you kind of chase him down, puddles splashing underneath your feet as he continues sprinting down the long alleyway. You kind of taking a little bit of a easy time following him. He shit, I have no music for this. I just realized that. Anyway, as he makes his way to the end of the alley, you about to exit as he just gets completely clipped and tumbles over the hood of the car as he kind of tumbles into the gutter, writhing in pain. Orsino steps out of the car, unbuttoning his jacket in front of you, and as a few pedestrians recoil around, a few flee, and a few remain cautiously curious. He walks over to the man writhing in the gutter, and he gestures over to you. Get the bat.
My new bat, Orsino?
He kind of looks at you and raises his eyebrows. Looks back at Joey writhing in pain and cursing. He's slurring about his broken leg. He's like, shit! Fuck! You broke my leg! Fucking son of a bitch! The bone's popping out, man! And,
I got him. We don't need the bat.
I wanted to break it in.
This bat's not for that. Not that kind of bat. This one's, No, I got him. And I'll pick a guy up off the ground.
As you kind of go to pick him off the ground, and, like, he kind of his one leg crumbles underneath him, and he kind of shouts. As you kind of try to put him on his feet, and he keeps on crumbling a little.
Yeah, I'll grab him by the back of, like, the scruff of the back of his neck, and I'll drag him backwards into the alley so that there aren't so many spectators.
Yeah, as the spectators are like, what the fuck is going on, and stuff like that, you kind of pull him back into the alley and kind of toss him against a dumpster.
Yeah.
As
anybody who is trying to gather there, like, I'll give like a nod to Orsino, and then anybody who's like trying to be a looky-loo, I'm just gonna go like start walking towards them. Like, you really want to fucking do this? You know?
They kind of like, whoop, like people like turn and run.
Yeah.
Some person's like really exaggerating, like and runs, sprints away.
Yeah, I'm gonna light a cigarette because I don't feel great. It's kind of my coping mechanism, I guess, or whatever.
As you kind of do this, you hear, oh shit, your break legs. You hear Orsino pipe up, oh shit, your leg's broken. Let me see that. That looks really bad. And you hear him step on the leg, as he said, "You think this is a game? You think you can avoid me without consequences?" And he begins to just fucking. You hear. And he pulls out. He kind of has the cigarette in his mouth, and he pulls it out, and puts it like out on his cheek. Tosses it aside. Continues beating him. You think because your daddy owns a bank, you can fucking avoid me, shit? And as Orsino swings, beating the man, almost enjoying it, like a kid hitting a down pinata, Joey howls and apologizes between the swings. You kind of smoking a cigarette on the corner. As some pedestrians across the street are still a little bit curious, but keeping their fucking distance away and not getting involved. You see, go ahead and roll me a spot hidden, actually.
Sure. Spot hidden. Hey.
You see a cruiser roll around the corner and roll up the street towards you.
Does it look like they, I'm gonna try to catch eyes with the first person I see in the cruiser. Does it look like, I don't know.
As you kind of see him,
Yeah.
kind of pops into sight, and you see the whites of his eyes, you realize it's Paulie, one of your
Yeah.
on the takes.
I'll give a nod.
He kind of rolls to a stop in front of you and nods. Orsino kind of looks up, taking notice, kind of pausing in between slugs, and he nods and salutes at the cop. Cop nods back, tips his cap before rolling off and rumbling around the corner out of sight. And you hear Joey kind of muffled, like, "Come on, man!"
Orsino, I think it's time we move along anyway. I got a thing to get to.
Just... You're right. He kind of steps off of him. And, the guy kind of, like, falls over onto his sides, kind of writhing in pain, and Orsino kind of turns around, gives him one last kick to the face, and a bit of ribbons of blood kind of streak onto the pavement as you hear his nose crack.
Yeah.
Roy, take what's on him, and go ahead and we'll go back.
Yeah, I'll start grabbing what's in his pockets.
As you kind of writhe around, he's like, you hear him just kind of sobbing to himself.
Yeah, I start looking through his wallet, take out whatever cash I can grab in it.
He's got about like $35 in here, not much, but
Take the $35. Do you have any jewelry on?
he's got a watch. He's got
Take the watch.
He's also got a gold crucifix,
Taking that.
and he's got a wedding ring.
Yep, that too.
Okay. As you kind of wiggle off the wedding ring, you realize it's kind of stuck. No, please! And he tries to pull his hand back, but he's just got no strength.
How stuck is it?
Not that stuck. You could get
Yeah,
that
I'm
thing
just
off.
gonna pull it off. It's gonna hurt a little bit, but I'll
You
pop
hear
his
it go-
finger out of the socket, but I'm not gonna.
You
rip
hear
his
it kind of
skin off.
pop as it just goes whoop right off, and he screams in pain.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop my cigarette into the puddle beside him, and I'm gonna throw his wallet down on him, and I'm gonna look at him, and I'm gonna say, Joey, you gotta pay on time. And I'm gonna turn back to the car.
Kind of spits up a little bit of blood as you see him spit out a tooth, and onto the pavement. Kind of has that weird tacky sound as it pings off.
I'll see you on the 4th.
And you head back to the car. Rory hops into the vehicle and hands off the
$35, a crucifix, and a
$35.
wedding ring,
Yep,
and a watch.
and watch over to Orsino, and he looks up. Yeah, I think he's paid up for this month.
Yeah, I don't think he'll miss it again.
Yeah, I don't think he will. And as the car kind of rattles off back to his house, we'll kind of leave this scene.
My bat's still mint condition in the back.
Yes, it kind of rolls a little bit in the seat.
The juxtaposition of this with the last scene, Moon, I hate you.
You wanted the life. You're stepping back into the life. So yes, as we kind of leave this scene, we will open on, surprisingly, another scene. As Livi kind of steps off her last bus, the streets are lit up with the blazoned sign reading Sugar Hills Dancing Mill. And after kind of quickly queuing and kind of rolling into the club itself, you enter, and the stairs kind of split into a level. Two stairs kind of go off into the mezzanine, and then down into the main hall, where a big dance hall kind of stretches before you. Tables kind of are scattered about, chairs and patrons and whatnot at them. And over on the right, there's a little soft bar in the corner. It's much different place than when you left it a few hours ago, but full of life. The record keeps the mood as the PA as the band kind of checks on the stage, and there's like a small haze of smoke that lingers over the atmosphere and the lights of the hall.
So, Livy is pissed. So although she's always in for a good time and, she might sway with the music, she's looking around for Ndewo. She's like, where is he? Because we got some face-to-face talking to do. But again, just not trying to, ruin the vibe. She's very into kind of keeping her eyes about her, keeping her hand close to that, purse, clutching it, making sure no quick fingers are getting to
Absolutely.
getting to what's keeping her safe, and
Doors and corners.
yes, She might even wander over to the bar and, grab a quick drink.
They have seltzer here and different soft drinks. Until you go down into the speakeasy where is Morgan at this point? Would he be downstairs in the speakeasy doing his thing, or would he be keeping an eye upstairs for his friends to arrive?
It's behind the bar, I think. He's helping out the bartender. It's relatively busy today, like he's working. Also, the bar gives him the best vantage point to look around and see who's coming and going. So, he's either he's slinging a few drinks. He's chatting up a few. Well, more like a bar back, I guess. He's not necessarily a bartender, but like a runner. Do you know what I mean? He's doing a little work, right? Like he's not.
He's not really the bartender on staff. He's just up here doing little things to keep an eye on things.
Exactly.
Yeah, he is supposed to be downstairs, but it's not a huge deal. As he's kind of doing that, Livi walks over to grab a drink from the soft bar and sees the kind of Morgan bustling around, stocking up the bottles behind.
Morgan.
Don't be so obvious. Wait for me over back there by the door. We'll talk downstairs. Don't draw attention.
I think we've waited long enough, but I'll... Over there?
Are you the only one here? I haven't seen anyone else arrive.
I think Billy and Georgia are still on their way, and I haven't seen Roary yet. Are you sure you said he's coming? I mean, I spoke with him, but...
Don't worry about Roary. If he says he'll do a thing, he'll do it. He'll be here. I'm not worried.
And you haven't seen your friends come by?
Don't think about them too much. Spare them no mind. I've had that word. The situation is done. Go and wait for me by the door. I'll come over and we can speak more.
You better be right about that.
Don't worry. You're here now. You're safe.
You do know that if Livi wanted to go downstairs into the speakeasy, she would need the password.
I'll tell you
about
what.
that password.
I'll tell you what. Speak to my friend by the door. Tell him the password Knuckles, and he'll let you in.
Tell him what?
Knuckles, don't question it. It's what it is.
Okay.
I'm coming. I just need a few minutes. Let me finish here. This conversation is going on too long. We're drawing attention. Tell my friend Knuckles and I'll meet you downstairs.
Okay, man of war. Okay.
As we leave right there. I feel like it's perfect.
The password man of war.
Georgia and Billy kind of roll into the club. There's a couple patrons that kind of look at you a little weird. It's like, why is this white person in here? Well, fuck it. Jesus, can't get any peace. But they kind of let you kind of proceed down into the soft bar, into the hall and stuff like that. You just make out the lovely dude up hair of Livi by the bar as you kind of enter. You don't see Morgan anywhere.
Do you believe I see Mr. Mingo? Look, come. And she'll just like gesture to him, like quietly, trying to get us towards there.
I see her. I see Livi.
Shh.
Livi.
William, shush.
Billy.
Discretion.
Oh shit. Livi.
Billy.
And she'll just like kind of have him take her arm as she leads them over.
Oh.
As you do that, Roary makes his way in as they begin to collect by the door. You end up scanning the room. You see Livy, and actually, you don't see Livy first. You see Billy Graves just stick out like a sore thumb. And then you notice that Georgia and Livy are there as well. And kind of
Jesus
saunter
Christ,
over.
this is a whole thing, isn't it? All right.
As you kind of enter and finally reunite, mingling amongst the crowds kind of shifting around you and the partiers around you. I'll leave the floor for you.
Is Morgan up here with us?
Morgan's still behind the bar, probably.
Okay.
He needed to finish up a
so-
couple things.
So who's together right now? It's me, Livy, and Billy?
Yep.
Georgia, yeah.
And George is there as well?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, so here we are.
Hey,
And,
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Georgia, go you first.
And hearing the voice, she'll kind of turn around. Oh, wonderful. And she'll turn back to Liv. You found Roary. Oh, fantastic. Roary, I owe you quite more than just a paycheck.
Damn right about that.
$25 would be a good start, though.
Meta question. Wasn't that the envelope or was that a different thing?
The envelope had the pay from her and from Orsino.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Orsino's pay.
It's
All
both.
right.
Yeah. That's why there's so much.
Okay, got you. Never mind. I didn't say that then. Yeah, well, you know. Took a job and we did it, I guess.
Roary, I find it, well, can't say I find it hard to believe that you don't remember, but you did actually save my life down there.
Yeah. Kind of forgot about that in everything that happened.
Do owe you quite the debt, I do believe.
Yeah, well. When I'm on the floor dying, I'll expect the same thing from you, okay?
Hopefully you won't be on the floor dying. If I can
Can
help.
you all at least act like you're having a good time? We're supposed to be, here.
Billy's actually like having a good time.
I not look happy to see you. I surprised a bit in the timing, however.
The band strikes
I
up.
am actually genuinely glad to see you all.
That's true. That's
William and I
very
had a
true.
lovely dinner just before arriving here, so I mean, how could I
We
not
talked
be
about it before. We did. We talked about how much we all missed you. Listen, I'm not just saying that. I'm not. Billy isn't just blowing smoke.
Are they serving whiskey up here already?
We may have Billy and I may have had a couple before coming through.
Yeah, we had one. Or
No
two.
place. Don't give me that look, Livy.
No look from the peanut gallery. Just yelling across the entire bar.
Isn't this
Well,
the exact
I'll
reason
go.
we came to a location like this to blend in?
Very loud.
Yes.
Everyone's screaming.
It is
Loud
true. It is very
music, loud
raucous in here a little bit.
patrons. I don't see
People
are
what
dancing.
better
I
location
think
we
you're
could
the
have been
one
in.
who's looking a little suspicious.
At this point, I think Morgan wanders over.
Morgan, I'll hand out my lead with my hand for a strong handshake.
Not Rory's hand and be like, it's good to see you, friend. And I'll
Yeah.
turn around and look at everyone else, got my eyes squinting and be like, nothing about seeing the rest of you together makes me happy.
Livy
I
will,
think I could. Go ahead.
Livy will, pat Roary on the back. Buddy, we thought you were dead. And I don't think I could be stuck with this guy for a moment longer.
You sounded pretty friendly on the phone.
Oh yeah, we're best friends now.
This woman keeps calling me. I'll be glad to get away from that phone. And you,
Oh.
Georgia, with all due respect, you should be dead. It makes me uncomfortable that you're still amongst the living, though how grateful you are.
Morgan's blunt, you gotta
believe
give him that. He's a straight shooter.
And his bluntness and honesty is appreciated. And I do believe I owe you for that last job. And she will actually, like, at this moment, kind of like start digging into her little clutch, and will very discreetly slide him over an envelope. That is for what I couldn't pay you to do. You're very good at disappearing, might I add. I'm very good at finding people, but you completely disappeared, so I apologize for the lateness of that.
I'm a
And
professional.
I do believe Livi mentioned a advance as she slides you another envelope.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And
Okay, I'm engaged. Tell me what needs to happen next. I need answers, and I think we have work to do. Perhaps we can find a place a little more private to speak.
Yeah, I'd like to know what we're all doing here. I still don't know why you called me in the first place.
Don't give me that now. I can see the same look in all of your eyes that is in mine. Whatever happened back there haunts each and every single fucking one of us.
I want to know, Hairy White Man, what happened when you vanished into the sky? This haunts me.
That was Jack.
yeah, that was Jack. Jack just grabbed
It
onto.
gets swallowed up in no space
yeah.
sphincter.
Wait, hold on. So if I remember, didn't Jack went into? But didn't everyone get pulled into the?
No, just Jack. Only
Just
Jack,
Jack.
like grabbed the dude and like got sucked up into the portal. The rest of us
So-
were just kind of like,
Yeah, basically
the
what
other
happened
white
there
dude.
was Morgan and Roary went mad.
I remember
and
that.
ran, and then the rest of them kind of dealt with that, and then absconded to get Georgia to the hospital, which then Morgan saw them leaving.
Oh, okay, all right. And no one's we haven't seen or heard from Jack since.
Jack now, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Jack is fucking gone.
But I do agree, though, maybe perhaps there might be some place a little more private we can discuss this business.
Yeah.
I've discovered some things I think everybody should hear about.
Okay. That's what I was looking for. Look, I'm not denying that I feel something, right? That I don't sleep as good at night. But there's a reason you called me here, so I want to hear it.
Time has come, my friend, to get answers. Come this way. Follow me.
As you head over to the trapdoor, there's a very large black man there, just slightly bigger than Roary, by like an inch and a half. It kind of makes Roary feel very small, because he's usually the biggest man in the room. Kind of like tips toes a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. Puffs out his chest a little bit.
I definitely do.
Yeah. They all with you, Morgan?
Stay with me, friend. Open the way.
Sounds good. And he opens the hatch door and steps aside. Like, he basically acts as a giant wall and curtain for all of you heading down into the trapdoor.
If anyone else tries to come down, knock 3 times.
Well, we got the red light, but I'll let you know. As you kind of head down into the speakeasy.
Livi will throw back a wink at the tall black man
He kind of
as
like...
we're making our way down.
He kind of like... You see him like, his like stoic demeanor break for just a split second as he kind of like almost blushes. As you kind of head downstairs and into the speakeasy in the Cotton Club. Kind of the club above kind of gets muffled. Down here it's a much cooler vibe. people are literally here just to drink. There's a bunch of crates and boxes along the bar for people to sit at. And there's several tables set up down here. The sides of the walls are all set up as like, it looks like it was converted out of an old wine cellar. There's a corner booth by the bar, kind of tucked into the corner at the bottom of the stairs that Morgan leads you to, and kind of as you kind of all slide in and get comfortable. The waiter just brings over a random assortment of drinks and puts them on the table. And there's tub wine. There's a little bit of swill, and it's not the best stuff, but it will get you drunk.
Yep. I'll take one.
Kind of passes them around.
Same.
Not
Are you
for me,
sure we're
friend.
good to talk
Coffee,
here?
Black.
I know. As he kind of bustles off, you got a nice little quiet corner in a slightly loud room. You feel appropriate as long as you don't shout. You'll be, no one will hear you. Plus, being in the corner, Morgan puts himself directly in the corner so you can scan the entire room. Keep an eye on the stairs.
All right, Billy. What's going on?
Now, I think we can all admit that we don't exactly know what the fuck happened back there in Boston. I don't think we need to get into the specifics of it. But I've been on this trail for a little while, at least looking into this chapel of contemplation for a little bit more, a little longer than you all have been involved. And I think I wasn't willing to let it go after we all split ways. That reporter, Harrison, he wrote some unpublished articles in the paper in Boston. Made a couple calls. Go ahead.
No, I said I remember.
So yeah, I found him. I think I think there's more that this Harrison might know that they put to paper. They're in a city called Rockport. And I think if we could find Harrison, we could pick up on this trail. I'm not gonna pretend I'm a learned man. I don't know a lot in this world, but I can hunt. And I can follow a trail. Let me tell you, my nose is telling me that Harrison can keep this, can give us some answers, or at least perhaps give us a lead into the next thing we need to look at.
On the topic of Rockport, ran into some trouble trying to even find this town. No
What do you mean?
maps. It doesn't exist. Officially.
What?
Technically, it doesn't exist.
Excuse me? What do you mean doesn't exist?
It's a technicality. You have to understand. So, old towns, rather old ones, over time tend to be erased on paper. They get forgotten, left behind. They just don't get marked on modern maps. Fortunately, I have access to certain information and was able to get a location for our mysterious Rockport town.
Where is it?
Amusingly, in Massachusetts.
Fucking Massachusetts.
I know, it's a bitch, isn't it?
Not particularly excited to go back there, to be honest, but
At all.
that's where the trail leads. We must pursue.
And now you know why I have an apartment here and in Boston. A lot of my work takes me both places.
Now, listen, I've been on this trail for a long time, and I thought it ran cold ages ago. I've learned more in the presence of you four than I have by myself. Since we left each other, I think we're meant to do this together.
We certainly work very well together, if I may say so myself. You're all wonderful at what you do.
Some of us.
One person died last time, and another person should have. We have to proceed with the utmost caution this time.
Be hasty. We don't actually know that Mr. Bearster is actually dead.
Whatever happened to him, it's not what's going to happen to me. Harry Whiteman, you still have your shotgun.
Yeah, well, I won't let it go. I can promise you that. I still got her.
I can confirm that for sure.
Listen, before we go any further, let's just make it clear, okay? We don't know if Jack is still with us. He could be with us, but be somewhere else. I don't want to just say he's dead. Let's just be clear.
Well, I
okay?
think it's important that we remain open to possibilities. Our jobs here needs to be looking for proof. Now we could leap to conclusions, or we could also slow down and follow the tracks. There can always be cross paths, diversions, things that can lure you off your primary target, but the important thing is the facts. What do we know? When did it happen? How did it happen? That's why I want to find this here Harrison. Now,
as you kind of pause, there's a red light flashes in the speakeasy. Once, twice, 3 times. Morgan's heart rate immediately goes boop, boop.
We'll offer a cigarette to Roary, who has been sitting there looking quite distressed. And in this pause, we'll just kind of, as she's offering it to him, she's like, "You seem quite the tapestry of quiet desperation, my friend." As she just opens the cigarette case to him.
I'll look down at the cigarette case and go, "Morgan, what's going on?"
Yeah,
We need
Morgan.
to leave. We don't have much time. Look, let's bring this
Above.
meeting to an end. I'll meet you at the train station tonight in an hour.
Shouting can be heard from above in the hall.
I'll look back to George and say, "You funding this operation?"
A dozen feet clamber down the stairs up into the hall above.
Shit, you guys, we've got to
What?
go.
More shouting from above. All right, this is your one warning. You hear
Let's go.
gunshots from upstairs. Everybody out! And that's where we'll
Morgan,
end
get
the
us to the
session.
sewers. Okay.
it's the fuzz.
It's the 5-0.